Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Friday, the first day of February in the year of our Lord 2019. I got a thing in my comments yesterday on my update that is called The Problem with Socialism. Now, it is quite lengthy, but well worth being heard, so I will be doing it on my show on Sunday in the first hour, which starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Blog Talk Radio. And that will be on the NWCR radio show. Now for today's update. From American Optics, Unbiased News, and RT Question More comes this one, folks. The polar vortex system that has engulfed the U.S. in record-breaking freeze with wind and snow to match has unleashed utter mayhem across the country, even in cities used to the cold. The subantarctic chill brought some cities to a standstill, with much of the Midwest canceling flights, trains, classes, and postal deliveries. At least 3 states, Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin, declared an emergency on Wednesday and Thursday. So we here on NWCR want to take a look at some of the craziest things that's happened in America due to the weather quirk. Here in Jamestown, the mail hasn't run for several days, and the day after tomorrow it is supposed to be 54. Imagine that. It may look like a catastrophe, but the flames burning Chicago's train tracks are actually coming from gas-fed heaters that run alongside the rails to stop them from freezing. Trains run on diesel fuel, so there's no danger that they will explode if the flames get a little too intense, or so says Metro Director of Engineering John Meyer, who remembers the days when workers poured kerosene on rails by hand and tossed lit matches on them to keep the rails toasty. Hovering around minus 23 degrees Fahrenheit, temperatures in Chicago on its second coldest day ever were colder than Siberia, the Antarctic Circle, and even Mars. Lake in Michigan was entirely frozen. There were frost quakes, or loud booms caused by the sudden freezing and expansion of groundwater, which startled Chicagoans who, perhaps understandably, mistook them for gunfire. It was even colder in Minnesota, where Xcel Energy urged customers to turn down their thermostats despite outdoor temperatures as low as minus 42. A water tower exploded in White Bear Township on Wednesday after its pipes froze, and many buildings' pipes met similar fates. The cold snap was naturally a disaster for traffic, but more for some than others. A 21-car pileup on an interstate highway outside of Batavia, New York, including a state police vehicle and at least one tractor-trailer, brought it to a standstill on Wednesday afternoon as drivers attempted to navigate whiteout conditions. Some brave men and women had to deal with the extreme temperatures of another kind. A New Jersey factory producing paper tissue products lit up like a matchbox, doused in kerosene. The sub-zero temperatures forced 2 nuclear reactors out of service at the Public Service Enterprise and Group's Salem, New Jersey power plant due to frazzle ice, which are small crystals of frozen mist that form an impenetrable coating on the reactor screens, preventing them from taking in water. In Madison, Wisconsin, the Madison Police Department sent out a message that simply read, "Due to the extreme cold and wind, the Madison Police Department is canceling all misdemeanor and felony criminal activities. Criminals, please take note. It is too cold to commit crimes. Stay inside and read, watch Netflix, go on to Madison area Crime Stoppers and catch other criminals. Anything, but for the love of polar bears, do not go outside and commit crimes." And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. With all the mayhem and stupidity going on in our government and our campuses around our great nation, and added in with the humorless liberal left and their media, it is good to do what the Madison Police Department did in that moment of brevity. It is cold out there. The cold won't last long, as it is supposed to get up into the mid-50s here in Indiana in a day or so. The polar vortex will be receding, thank God. Stay inside if at all possible and stay warm. We here at NWCR want our audience to stick around for a while and enjoy life, because no matter what, life happens, and without life, where would we be? In really cold temperatures with wind chill, skin needs to be protected. I grew up in Gunnison, Colorado, and remember walking to school at minus 48 to minus 58 below with no wind. Now, Gunnison was always called the icebox of the nation back then. If you have to go outside, layer your clothes and stay warm. Cold is an enemy to life, and if not given the respect and caution it needs, you could die. Stay warm, stay safe. And on a great note for the Americans comes the January jobs report. Economists expected a gain of 158,000 jobs after the 312,000 jobs reported in December. But it continues on like the Trump freight train. America created 304,000 jobs in January. You noticed it said America created, not the president created like the previous president always did. The economy is booming. Jobless rate is low. Trump is keeping his campaign promises. And what are the Democrats doing? Trying to stall it all out. For making America thrive again, they are just jealous that it wasn't them that did it. And they are still in office. Why? Isn't life hard enough without having so-called representatives in government passing bills and laws to make it harder? Thank you, let's see, J.K. Fitz for being here. We are here to push the facts that the liberal, lying, lamestream media leaves out. Facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Just truth, justice, and the American way are the continuing casualties of everything that the left stands for, and the American people need to learn that. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as always, we will not be ruled. Have a safe and blessed weekend. See you on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for NWCR Radio on Blog Talk Radio. Good day.